Hello guys, I Dr. Virendra Kumar Gupta, Associate Professor, Department of Pediatrics, NIMS Medical College and Hospital, welcomes you at your YouTube channel for the medical student. So guys, today we will discuss here about the neonatal sepsis. So guys, this is very important and our objectives for the topics are introduction, definition, classification, factor associated with the neonatal sepsis, clinical features, complications, diagnostic test, septic screen and management with the prevention of the neonatal sepsis. So guys, neonatal sepsis is an important cause of morbidity and mortality, especially in the low and middle income countries. And infection contribute to the 20.8% of the neonatal mortality in India. And guys, neonatal sepsis is defined as the generalized systemic feature of the infection associated with the pure growth of bacteria from one or more site in a newborn. And probable case of sepsis is defined as where the blood culture is sterile while the clinical pictures is suggestive of the septicemia with the lab investigation. And proven sepsis is where the clinical pictures is associated with the isolation of the pathogen from the CSF, blood culture, urine culture or any other body fluid cultures. And guys, it is classified on the basis of time of onset of symptoms on the two subtypes, which are the early onset septicemia having the symptoms before the 72 hours of the life, while the late onset septicemia is known as where the symptoms appear after the 72 hour of the life. While some authors says that the late onset septicemia is the period for the more than 7 days of the life. So there is controversy. Early onset septicemia is the mainstay due to the bacteria acquired before and during the delivery from the maternal genital tract, and organisms prevalent in this tract are the commonest causes, and the most common organism in the developed countries are the group B streptococcus, while in the developing country gram-negative organism as the E. coli, Klebsiella are the commonest organisms for the early onset septicemia. Other organisms are the bacteria as the Listeria monocytogenes, Streptococcus pneumoniae, H. influenzae and Salmonella species. While virus are the cytomegalovirus, HSV, HIV, enteroviruses. Fungal infection are the less common, but Candida species may found in case of the very low birth weight infants. And factors which are associated with the early onset septicemia are prolonged rupture of the membrane for the more than 18 hours, and if there is foul smelling from the liquor or economy strain liquor in case of the chorioamnionitis, multiple per vaginal examination or a single per vaginal examination if unclean, and maternal fever during or within the 2 weeks of the delivery, or very low birth weight or preterm baby is less than 37 of the week. Difficult or prolonged labor is there. If there is birth asphyxia, having the difficult resuscitation or presence of the polymorph in the gastric aspirate are the factors. And late onset septicemia is caused by the organism of the external environment as the home or hospital environment. It is oftenly transmitted through the hand of the healthcare providers, and 2/3 of the patient having gram-negative infection as the E. coli, Klebsiella, Enterobacter, Serratia, Pseudomonas, Proteus or Citrobacter, and 1/3 of the patient having the gram-positive infection as the Coagulase positive Staph aureus or Coagulase negative Staph aureus. Factors which are associated with the late onset septicemia are the low birth weight, prematurity, delayed enteral feeding if we start, any cannulation or breakthrough of the skin or natural barriers, superficial infection due to the pyoderma or any umbilical sepsis, mechanical ventilation or endotracheal intubation is done, or any catheterization as the central venous catheter or urinary catheter are inserted. Clinical signs are non-specific for the neonatal septicemia, includes as lethargy, hypothermia, poor feeding, anuria and metabolic acidosis may be there, and pneumonia may also present as the early onset septicemia, and Respiratory symptoms are more prone in these cases as apnea, tachypnea, grunting, nasal flaring and intercostal retractions are there. And cardiac symptoms may be present as the cyanosis, desaturation, bradycardia, any perfusion poor, reduced capillary refilling time or hypotension may be there. Guys, in case of the septicemia, hypothermia is commonly present, and IMCI and WHO given some criteria for the severe infection as if the neurological pictures for the meningitis or convulsion, drowsy or unconsciousness, if there is decreased activity or having bulging fontanelle. Respiratory symptoms, as the respiratory rate is more than 60, there is severe chest indrawing, grunting is there, central cyanosis is there, any cardiac sign as the poor perfusion, rapid or weak pulses are there, gastrointestinal symptoms as the jaundice, poor feeding or abdominal distension are there, dermatologic finding as the skin pustules are there, multiple pustules, and periumbilical erythema or purulence is there, musculoskeletal system having any edema or erythema overlying the bones or joints having the osteoarthritis or other symptoms as the hypothermia as whereas the temperature is more than 37.7 degrees centigrade or less than 35.5 degrees centigrade or feeling hot or feeling cold. So guys, there are some complications as the scleroderma, necrotizing enterocolitis, osteomyelitis may be there, septic arthritis may be there, features of shock, prolonged acidosis, hypo or hyperthermia, DIC or bleeding may be there. So guys, diagnosis is very important and can be done on the basis of clinical feature along with the test. There are non-specific diagnostic tests where the infection without identifying the organism, where the WBC count is less than 5,000 as leukopenia and absolute neutrophil counts is less than 1,000 and band cell may be more than 20% or IT ratio immature to total neutrophil count is more than 20% and abnormal neutrophils as the whole body's toxic granulations or baculation may be there and C-reactive proteins is increased as more than 1 milligram per deciliter, but the single negative CRP is not having much significance while the serial CRP is having importance and micro ESR is more than 15 in first are suggesting the infection and other acute phase reactant can be done as prealbumin, fibronectin, transferrin and procalcitonin. So guys, definitive and specific test can be done as the blood culture having the gold standard test for the neonatal septicemia, but the blood culture is positive only in 60% cases of the NNS. While the CSF examination can be done for the meningitis, whereas the culture is positive is the specific, and if there is count is more than 30 per millimeter cube of the blood with the polymorphonuclear cells is more than 60%. And having glucose is less than 50% of the blood glucose level and protein is increased as 150 milligram per deciliter in case of the term infant and more than 180 in case of the preterm infant. Urine culture is positive for the UTI or pyelonephritis and suprapubic specimen is the ideal for the urine culture and more than 10 to the power 4 colony counts per ml of the urine is suggestive of the pyelonephritis and tracheal aspirate culture can be done, polymerase chain reaction can be taken and latex agglutination test can be done for the neonatal septicemia. Other tests can be done for the neonatal septicemia are the endotoxin release assay, NBT reduction by the neutrophils, gastric aspirate having the more than 5 neutrophils per half filled or pus smear can be taken. Guys, septic screen can be done to rule out the sepsis, whereas the CRP is more than 1 milligram per deciliter. Total leukocyte count is decreased as leukopenia less than 5,000 per millimeter cube of the blood and absolute neutrophil count is less than 1,000 per mm cube and immature to total neutrophil ratio is more than 20% or micro ESR is more than 15 per first hour. Having 2 or more out of these 5 the septic screen called as the positive screen, while the two consecutive completely negative screen over 24 hour is suggestive of the negative septic screen. And evaluation for the extensive of the disease can be done as the lumbar puncture for the meningitis, urine examination can be done for the pyelonephritis or UTI, chest x-ray for the pneumonia, x-ray erect posture can be taken for the perforation due to any causes, and stool and occult blood can be done for the necrotizing enterocolitis, and bone scan can be done for the osteoarthritis or septic arthritis. And biochemical abnormalities can be seen for the blood glucose as the hypoglycemia or hyperglycemia. Urea and creatinine can be taken for the renal functions. Total serum bilirubin for the neonatal jaundice or hyperbilirubinemia. Serum electrolytes can be done, and arterial blood gases to taken for the metabolic acidosis. So guys, this is very important, and management to be done as soon as possible, as the early recognition with the appropriate antibiotic therapy to be started with the optimal supportive cares. As the specific antimicrobial therapy to be given as the high index of the suspicious cases with the positive septic screen, we should start empirical antibiotic as soon as possible with the combination of the antibiotic as the empirically ampicillin with the aminoglycoside at the gentamicin or amikacin can be given. Cephalosporin, vancomycin, imipenem, meropenem should be reserved for the life-threatening infection or for the meningitis. And the centers whereas the high incidence of the resistance of the ampicillin or cephalosporin, we can start piperacillin with the tazobactam or methicillin with the vancomycin as the drug of choice, while the newer antibiotics as the aztreonam and meropenem can be used in some rare cases, and in case of the meningitis, cefotaxime or ceftazidime along with the aminoglycoside as amikacin can be taken as the first line drug. Guys, duration of the antibiotic is very important as the patient having the clinical symptoms, but there is screen and blood culture or CSF culture are negative, 5 to 7 days of the antimicrobial therapy to be given, while the septic screen is positive but the cultures are negative, 7 to 10 days therapy is sufficient. But blood culture is positive but the no symptoms and signs of the meningitis, 10 to 14 days therapy can be given. If the meningitis is present, 21 days therapy can be given, or arthritis, osteomyelitis or endocarditis cases, 4 to 6 week therapy should be given, and in case of the ventriculitis, 6 week therapy to be given. So guys, supportive measure to be taken as the temperature and airway breathing circulation to be maintained as soon as possible, and intravenous fluid to be started, enteral feeding to be stopped for few days, and as soon as started enteral feeding where the patient is stable, and hypoglycemia to be correct with the 10% dextrose bolus, and soda bicarbonate can be given for the metabolic acidosis, and shock to be treated with the volume expander, blood or dopamines, and corticosteroid can be given for the endotoxic shock, sclerema or adrenal insufficiency. Phototherapy or blood exchange can be done for the hyperbilirubinemia or jaundice. Abscess to be drained. A patient having bleeding tendencies, vitamin K, FFP, fresh blood, platelet transfusion can be given. Seizure to be treated with the midazolam or anti-epileptic as the phenobarbital or levetiracetam. So guys, there are some newer modalities of therapies can be given as the IVIG is under studies, and colony stimulating factor can be given. Blood exchange transfusion can be done in case of the severe sepsis or sclerema. Granulocyte infusion can be done. So guys, prevention is very important, and it can be done by the proper hand washing, bedside aseptic measure to be taken, disposal of the waste properly in proper bin, and avoid overcrowding in the NICU or with the child. Adequate staff to be keep in the NICU. Periodic surveillance of the children or newborn to be done. Regular cleaning of the unit to be done. Exclusive breastfeeding advised to the mother, and prophylactic antibiotic can be given whereas the septic screen is positive. So guys, it is all about the neonatal septicemia. And guys, How was the topic? Please like and comment in our comment section, and if you did not subscribe our channel, subscribe the channel and press the bell icon to get our notification, and share this video to your colleague, friends and other medicos to get the benefit of. Thank you very much.